Welcome to Power Word Fail, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast. My name is Carlos, and I am the Dungeon Master for this lovely group of tree-loving heroes. But enough about me, let's get to the real stars of the pod, starting with Austin.
Ferric, the Maple Burner.
Nathan.
Miraz, the Maple Listener.
Andy.
Pickles. I don't really care about Maple. I got a dragon.
Katie.
Adalia Rowan, Maple Defender.
Tyrell.
Spunk, father of Spunkles, defeater of Dragonkin.
And Ian.
Ambrose Busan, and once again, there is no such thing as a good dragon.
And again, my name is Carlos. I'm the Dungeon Master for our first campaign here with the newest episode of Power Word Fail, chosen with Chris Crown. Without further ado, let's begin. As the words fall from the stranger's lips, knife down to his side, he looks at you again, Ferric, and he simply says, "You and I, we're gonna go catch a dragon. Help me up, please."
All right. Here you go. Come on, buddy. All right. You're up. Okay. So, how much are you going to pay me?
What's your price?
Let's see. Spunk, do you have the logbook?
I use that for toilet paper.
Shut the fuck. Bring the logbook, not the used
Okay.
sheets.
Oh,
Okay.
alright.
Let's see. All right. Let me get to the page here. Insert page flipping noise. All right. Let's see. Per diem, dragon hunting. That's going to be 80 gold per diem. That's just for food and the rest. The actual slaying of the dragon, that's going to be 1,000 gold here. And then, how much are you willing to negotiate on the leftovers of the horde?
You can have
let's
it all.
say 2080, something like that.
Listen, friend, I appreciate your candor about your price, but I may be so bold as to say, cut the bullshit. I'll pay what you need, I pay what you need. He kind of holds his head. I'm sorry, a little woozy. I'll pay whatever you need. I just need to get
Oh
my
crap,
dollar
Ferric,
back.
that dude's stabbed in the guts.
We would not ask a price for
Well, I'm asking a
defending.
price.
They do not speak for us.
We
And
might
by the way,
ask a price.
here you go. Stand still, and Ferric drives the fierce sword into the man's wound and pulls it out, and it's healed. I cast Cure Wounds with my sword.
Damn it, that hurts.
Well, it doesn't hurt anymore. Well, not as much, right?
He looks at his side where it was scraped, scratched, gashed, and the sword stabbing heals his wounds as you see the skin and the tendon come together and meld. He kind of looks at it, pats it, says, "Thank you kindly."
And I didn't even charge you. That was just from the kindness of my own heart.
Truly,
Adalia is shaking her head. What is your name, sir?
you can call me Marcus.
Marcus. Can you tell us what happened here?
The rest of you coming on in, or are you just gonna stand out there?
Adalia, get in.
I mean, it's kind of nice out. All right.
Marcus has offered us hospitality.
Man, it doesn't look like we have a choice, so let's go.
Stuff Spunkles further back in her hood and put it up and come in.
Find a seat, and I'll begin. Do you want something to drink? I got wine, if it's still here, that is.
Yes, I would love a glass of wine.
And he goes over to the cupboard of a dusty, broken kitchen, and he opens a cabinet, comes out with a large flask of a beautifully handcrafted wine bottle. It grabs 4 or 5 clay goblets and pours wine out, of beautiful red wine, and passes it to whoever who wants some. And he lays out on a table for whoever wants some. And he just picks one up and, well, Honestly, it all started a few days ago. My wife went missing.
Sorry to hear that.
It's not your fault, but
Is she still missing?
yes. It's not uncommon for her to go off, but to be gone this long is strange. But we've been hearing rumors about dragons from the west. You heard anything about dragons from the west?
Only one.
Some of the stories.
We let a dragon go.
You let a dragon go? What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Like we said, if you let us out of this place and then give us your treasure, you can go free.
I don't think this is the time for this.
I mean, okay.
Alright. No, I'll forget about that for a while.
Not that dragon, though. Correct? Not the one we just saw.
No.
No.
Ours is red.
Okay. Well, that's something then, Marcus, isn't it?
Looks at everyone stone cold. I guess it does. Anyways, me and my daughter Julia, we've been here waiting for my wife to come back, but we've heard these rumors and I thought the worst. I was
You
just
said
about to go out and
dragons.
find her.
Dragons plural from the west. As in you've been hearing of multiple?
Well, just some people stopping by on the way. A few days ago it was reported that there were dragons almost popping up from the ground, as if they're coming back or something like that. Dead ones. Bone dragons, skeleton dragons, half flesh dragons. And obviously the one that you saw today.
Lovely.
I look over to Ferric and I mouth the words Zeus.
Ferric nods.
Well, let's just about go find my wife. At least try to. And then that's when those things attacked. Obviously there's some sort of dragon ilk, dragon kind. But
Obviously.
yeah.
Is there something here on the farm that might be of interest to them, or do you think it was a random attack?
Unless they enjoy beans, potatoes, then no.
Marcus,
Maybe.
was your wife a crystalborn?
Was my wife. He kind of looks around. No.
Like me, Marcus, no?
Insight check that.
Okay.
Ooh, Ambrose.
Inside check.
Unfortunately, it's a 10.
He seems to be telling the truth. He's not trying to deceive you.
Okay.
Ambrose, how many days away are we from Mornstead? That might be a DM question, but Miraz would be asking Ambrose.
DM.
Yeah, you were about 2 or 3 days away from the past few episodes, and you've passed probably a day and a half, so a day and a half's travel.
About a day and a half travel.
Okay, so, Marcus, I want to help you. I want to help find your wife, but we're on our way to Mornstead specifically to deal with a threat that might be related to all of these dragons. If we hurry, if we press ourselves, we can probably make it back to you within 2 days. I recognize the time is of the essence, but if we don't deal with the problem at its root, I fear that we will continue to see more and more similar situations.
You know, Morrison's about a day and a half travel, right? Maybe 2.
Yes. I hope that we could travel at a faster pace, possibly at the risk of wearing ourselves out, just to talk with some of the officials there.
Marcus, when your wife goes missing, where does she usually go?
It's hard to say. She goes to the mountains, the forest. It's not really a place. She goes to meditate here and there. Look,
But not to a city.
no.
I mean, wasn't your daughter just taken too? Are they both missing?
That's what I'm trying
Yeah,
to get at.
I mean, we
I-
got his daughter's. If we wait, she's dead. I mean, she was literally in the dragons. I mean, she may already be
Pickles
dead.
right.
Sorry, Marcus.
You're
but
right,
like,
Pickles. You're right.
like his wife. No offense, but like the kid probably should try to save the kid.
Listen, if anyone here is a parent, you understand that right now I'm trying to keep it all together.
Definitely.
much
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
totally
pay?
understand. We
Yeah,
should totally
I would do
help.
anything
yeah,
for
we're,
my kid.
We're both. Yeah, we're both parents.
And Spunkles pops out of the hood.
God, I hate
This
every part
Funkle.
of that.
This is Spunkles. This is the child to whom they were referring.
I put my hands in my
Everything's
face while they're
fine.
showing this dragon.
Yeah, Miraz is just shaking his head.
Interesting.
Everything's fine. Nobody need panic. He's a very,
Look.
very tiny dragon.
He's not a
I don't mean
dragon.
to be
He's a
rude.
golung.
Okay, I don't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. What do I got to pay you to help me find my daughter?
Nothing. She glances over at everyone else with a look like,
Shit, y'all
I'll
are
help you get your daughter.
some really hardball ass people here. I'll pay you 5,000 gold. That's all the gold I
All
got.
right.
Deal.
Yes.
Sounds like a deal.
All right.
Even better.
And I'll pay you an extra
So much
500
better
gold
than-
not to ask questions.
Oh, all right.
How do you... Wait, that's a question. Never mind.
we are very good at not asking questions.
Yeah. As long as you don't ask any questions. No questions for anybody.
Yeah,
You can
none of
ask
us ask questions, and we won't tell nobody any lies.
Deal.
That seems agreeable.
Holds out a hand to shake.
Now, Marcus, you know how to fight?
I'm familiar, yes.
I put my hand out and shake it. Welcome to the team.
If he answers no, we just beat his ass and take his money.
We're not beating anyone up.
Welcome to the Murder Hobo campaign.
No.
My gosh.
Christopher pokes his head out. What's going on? What are we doing? Are we doing anything cool? Or
We are helping our new friend Marcus find his daughter and his wife, hopefully.
you mean like the one that just got taken?
Yep.
That oh.
You want to be a hero.
Yeah, with
Okay.
the magic you were casting just a few minutes ago, I think that you're ready for this, even if you don't feel like you are.
I gotta be 100% honest. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just sticking my hand out.
You did it beautifully,
lucky you,
though,
Christopher.
You did.
Christopher, take a moment to look around. Does it look like any of us know what the fuck we are doing? Sorry, Marcus, you didn't hear that. Does it look like we have anything that we know that we're doing at any given time? No, that's heroics, right, Spunk? And Barrick
Yeah.
slaps Spunk on the head.
Yeah, that's how you be a hero.
Yeah, you act on instinct, impulse.
Yeah, it's all in your heart and your guts.
Your, I heard the word cojones in the, in Northwatch. Just overheard somebody say the word cojones, and I don't know what those are, but I really like the word. It's fun to say.
I
Oh,
was
I
informed
know
I
it.
do not have those.
I know what cojones are.
Oh, Christopher.
They sound like a pastry.
No,
All right, Marcus.
no, that's
Where are
like
we
the-
going?
You've never heard of the cojones tree?
No.
The cojones tree. It grows in the west. It's got beautiful ripe fruit.
Okay.
Oh, he's sleeping.
I
Okay.
do believe
Never
time
mind.
is of the essence. Is that not the case?
But we were learning
Yeah, I
about the
don't
cojones tree.
Mean to be a
It doesn't exist.
really big
Oh.
old dick about it, but we should get going. You just battled like 10 fucking dragons, so you probably want at least time to heal or something or other.
No, I mostly just walked around.
Well, I need a break, so that'd be great.
Oh, okay.
Could we rest for a short while and then begin
Yeah, we
tracking the dragon?
There's a barn out back with hay if you wanna slay there for a few hours or so. We can go at night.
Sounds good to me.
All I need is 1 hour.
Time to take a roll in the hay.
All right.
To
You
the
got
fun.
food, or do you need me to get you food, or what?
Food would help.
Do you have any meat? Like raw
I
meat?
got some meat. I got some raw meat. What are you looking
All right.
for?
Yeah. Anything.
All right. And he kind of goes to the kitchen and takes a few rabbits that were hanging up there. Obviously, once he had hunted, he hands them to you, Pickles. Here's your
Oh,
raw
perfect.
meat.
Thank you.
There you go.
Pickles is gonna just leave.
Uncles tries to get at the rabbits.
You can have them when we're out of view, okay? As soon as we're like out and around, she'll start feeding him the rabbit.
Maybe take the wine with us, Marcus.
Absolutely. I'll give you till night, moonlight, and then we'll go.
All right.
He sits down, gestures towards the wine, and allows you to take it.
How much time is that before nightfall? Like, what kind of time are we talking?
You've got a solid 6 to 7 hours. So, what would you like to do during your rest?
Ferric
Bubbles.
is going to go over to the dragon-like creatures and is going to invite Ambrose to join them. But they're going to try to figure out, like, if there's a way to track where these things came from. I'm imagining that they didn't have wings, correct?
No. Correct.
So these big heavy things probably left some footprints.
For sure. Go ahead.
Oh, smart.
Make a survival check, and go ahead and make it with advantage if you called Ambrose over.
That is a crit 22, baby.
Let's go.
Yes!
Nice. Great
Nice.
job. Great. With a 22, you would see from the tracks, they're pretty fresh. Obviously, these things came in hot and heavy. You would see that they come from the east. And if you were to angle it in with a 22 crit, you almost can pinpoint the direction, a little bit more northeast, that these creatures came from through the forest, but above the forest line you see a large mountain hill. Not so much a giant mountain, but not a hill. It's curves, forests dot the sides of this great mountain. You also see stones, large stone pillars almost, coming from the sides of it.
Well, ain't that the most obvious spot for a dragon?
Are those ruins? Can I make a history check on those pillars? Want to see if I've read up on them at any point.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a history check.
And that is a 12.
You don't know of any ruins around this area, especially any ruins on a mountain hill. Not with a 12, no.
Okay. Pickles, I wonder if there will be any runes on those. We can add them to your collection.
That'd be cool.
See if we can figure out new spells for you.
I'm going to go to... I'm going to sneak around the kind of, like, ruins of this farmhouse, and I'm going to try to, like, basically dig up any dirt that I can on this dude's wife, because I have a hunch, and I want to follow it.
We're not supposed to ask questions.
I'm not asking questions. I'm
He's not
looking
asking
for
questions,
answers.
he's snooping. Snooping is totally different. Snooping.
Go ahead and make a stealth check then.
24.
Nice. So you go around the farmhouse. Is there something in particular you're looking for, or somewhere like you're trying to look at? Like, because if you're looking inside, I mean, it's not that large of a farmhouse, and Marcus is still there. So are you looking outside, around? Like, what is something that you're trying to find?
I'm doing things like looking at their, like, I mean, it's her own house, so she wouldn't have to sneak out a window, but looking for any evidence of where she goes at night, or like where she has been going, because it doesn't seem like Marcus has incredibly good communication skills or a very strong relationship with his wife, considering that, like, one, he hasn't even told us her name, and two, like, he doesn't know where she goes. And so I'm trying to figure out, like, does she go up to the ruins? May she be hiding a secret?
Okay.
Maybe she'd want to take her daughter with her, knowing that something bad is happening.
Okay. As with a 24, you sneak around the farmstead, trying to find any sort of clues about this mysterious woman that Marcus has not divulged really any information about. You look through some outside equipment. There's a couple of farming reins. You see a barn, you see a pasture, you see some horses that have returned after being scared. Initially, nothing really comes up until you get to the back of the farmhouse. A few feet away, you do see a small, almost an angelic-looking little shrine. It's made of common stone. It's about 4 foot high, 3 foot wide, 4 foot long. You see that there are some different statues, different animal carvings, like a falcon and a fox and other various different animals. And you also see essentially what appears to be a small bowl, and the bowl is empty. You also see a strange coin. The coin itself is no bigger than a silver dollar. It's etched with different carvings, different words, initially none from a language that you recognize. But unless you go inside the house or try to convince Marcus to leave the house, it's really all you can find.
I'm going to pocket the mysterious coin, and I am going to get down on all fours and, like, bury my face in this bowl and start, like, smelling it to see if I can smell what kind of offerings are usually put in here.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, that's a 9.
With a 9, you sense that there is a very tangy, almost metallic smell. It's as if something has been dying, but you're not really sure what is in this bowl.
Something has been dying like D-Y-E or dying as D-I-E?
Like dead. Something has been dying, not died.
Okay. Blood, perhaps. Yeah, I'm gonna go rejoin the rest of the group.
Okay.
So, Adalia only needs 6 hours of meditation rather than actual sleep. Could she get a long rest? Out of curiosity?
I would say that, honestly, 6 to 7 hours is long enough for a long rest. So if you all would like a long rest, I'd be generous in giving that to you.
Oh, fuck yes.
Hell yeah. Well, just as she's about to sit down to her 6 hours of meditation, I assume she sees Ferric come back. I saw you sneaking about. Did you find anything interesting?
How did you see me? I was so sneaky.
Halia's passive perception is 23. So with a 22, she would have seen you sneaking,
My
theoretically.
stealth was a 24.
Oh, was it a 24? I thought it was 22.
No sneaking for you.
I was looking for some sort of evidence of who this mysterious woman is.
Did you find any?
Barely. A bowl of what I imagine was once blood. Not a bad kind of blood, like a sacrificial, small, pleasant amount of blood.
Do you all hear this?
A little bit of a coin.
A coin?
But not much. Ferric, like, flips the coin over to Adalia.
May I, for just a moment?
Yeah? I don't know what you're going to do, but by all means, do it.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Sure.
Am I picking anything up from the coin?
No magic.
Just a coin, as far as I can tell. She'll flip it back.
Can anybody read these carvings? Gather around, get close. See, look, this one and that one, I don't know what these mean.
That looks like a fish.
Could I cast Identify on it?
You can. Sure.
Cool. I literally, before I switched out my spells, I had it queued up. So I'll cast that. I'll ritual cast it before I take my long rest.
Okay. 10 minutes. What happens during that 10 minutes? Nothing. You're just all waiting for Ambrose to identify
I'm
this, or-
illiterate.
I don't think.
Perhaps in the morning, I might be able to read the runes if Ambrose's magic does not provide the answers you seek.
I have no magic, Adalia.
Oh, are you certain?
Very. And I have, like, multiple pairs of glasses on top of my glasses while I'm looking at this thing.
That's like Miraz. Miraz doesn't have any magic either.
Thanks for announcing that to the world.
Miraz, we
I got
all
lots of
know.
magic.
Everybody heard you, Miraz.
Marcus didn't have to know that.
Little boy.
Marcus is in the
Marcus
house.
isn't in the bar.
Hey, shut up about the scared little boy. It's a bad moment. We don't talk about that.
Pickles, who is the scared little boy in
Miraz.
this scenario? Oh, of course.
He
Moving
was-
on. Ambrose, did
hitting on
you
a
find
girl
anything
and-
about the coin?
Yeah, but is there anything about the coin?
I mean, there's nothing magical. There's no magical properties about the coin. You don't sense any magic or anything from it. I mean, it's
Is it chocolate?
an old- It's not chocolate. It's not chocolate.
Damn.
Alright.
It'd be pretty.
Can
pretty
any of
funny
us
if it
read
was
it
a
or
chocolate
no?
Coin. I don't know. Does anyone speak Draconic?
I do.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Well, there you go. Oh,
He's trying to
you look
identify
at
it. He
it.
didn't even read the rune.
Sorry, I assumed I
Oh,
just
wait.
couldn't read it.
I gotta read the crap out of this.
After taking some time to identify, you kind of stare at it for a second, and then you realize this is Draconic.
You guys don't know Draconic?
Why
It's like
would I know
Tom Holland
Draconic?
said.
You know, I
Of
should
course
probably
we
learn
don't.
Draconic, though.
I
A
do
little
not
surprised because of the, great
Spunkle
war and
stands
everything.
up
Just
tall.
Can you speak to Spunkles?
He was literally just born. He can't read, and I just read out loud what's on
He's
the
working on
board.
it. It's advanced for his age.
He
How
goes
can you
over
be
to
advanced? You
Spunk
don't even
and-
have an education, Spunk.
I mean, I can use magic.
There is no metric to measure. What does the fucking coin say? God, I'm pulling out my
You guys
feathers
keep on
here.
interrupting me. Let me read the coin.
Just read the damn coin.
Hey, as far as I know, reading is really hard, alright?
Shut the fuck up, Spunk.
I want to hear what Ambrose has to say. Please.
Audience at home, please update the Varric tells someone to shut the fuck up counter. Please.
Now I'm doing it on purpose. I'm itching to say, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's the catchphrase. Put that on a t-shirt and sell it. Okay. So as you read the coin, Ambrose, all it really says over and over again is, for the one I love, I would do anything. And for the one I love, I would give anything, even my life. For the one I love, I would do anything. For the one I love, I would give anything, even my life.
DM, can I insight check? I think I know what's going on. I think this dragon is actually in love with the wife, and it was a gift to her specifically. That is what I'm assuming, what is going on. Can I make an insight within myself or anything?
I mean, I would just say if you want to try to figure out that love triangle puzzle, go ahead and just make a intelligence check, I guess.
Okay. Thank God I have actual points in that. Usually I don't.
Wouldn't it be nice in life that you just could make yourself an intelligence check to figure out something out?
Would be nice.
That work?
Ferric's theory is that the dragon is the wife.
That is also
Ooh,
Antonia's
7.
theory.
I told everyone what my theory is, so I think this dragon loves his wife.
I
What?
think the dragon is the wife.
Agreed.
What?
That was what I thought.
Ooh,
Dragon!
I didn't even think about that either.
Maybe it's a triangle, though.
I mean, love is not only romantic love. Love can be a platonic love. Love could be familial. It can be all sorts of things.
But isn't it usually true that when you speak of the one you love, that is more in the paradigm of a monogamous romantic relationship?
I'm not gonna go into the details on how my people procreate, but that's not true.
Understood.
I totally make a gross face.
Although, Ambrose, I see your point. If that's a gift from the dragon to the wife, then the triangle idea makes sense. But I was of the
I mean,
suspicion
it does
that,
make sense
that
why
she
a
was.
dragon would come, grab the wife, and then come back and grab the daughter.
Well, we don't know that the dragon grabbed the wife.
Perhaps the wife grabbed the
True.
daughter because the wife was the... it could be either one. I see merits to both
So-
ideas, both
So
theories.
we're gonna go kill the wife.
No, we're not
Kill
going
the
to
wife.
kill the
It's
wife.
a
Kill the
it's a rescue
wife.
mission.
Kill the
It's a-
wife.
Spunk! No, it's a rescue mission. We're going to rescue the
Rescue
daughter
the wife. Rescue the wife.
From
The daughter.
wife by killing the...
from a
No,
dangerous
we're-
situation.
We're going to resist killing anyone until absolutely necessary, correct?
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Ambrose, don't me.
Well, I'm just saying, maybe we should make a plan to sneak attack the dragon. I don't think it's gonna be
Wow!
like, hey, by the way,
Really?
I'm a dragon, also the wife.
Have you snuck up on many dragons? Are they particularly susceptible to being snuck up upon?
No, but we have met multiple dragons within a month, which is unheard of.
We've met
Yes.
two.
Two.
We've met
3.
the one dragon who did not trick us, despite what people may say, did not trick us, just happened to wake up in the bottom of a temple. And then we met this little shit, who is just here.
Pretty awesome.
Yep.
Your predilections for just wanting to kill dragons all willy-nilly, despite never killing a dragon yourself and not knowing how difficult it is, I feel like it's a front. Come on, not all dragons can be bad.
No, I'm not sure that they can't.
I don't know what you guys have noticed in the last month, but nothing good has came from a dragon, nor has the history books has said anything good from a dragon.
I'm willing
Marcus
to
can
wait
be a
and see.
serial killer for all we know.
Okay, but a
mean,
serial
you
killer
just-
can kill a couple people, versus a dragon can obliterate a whole town. Or more.
I'm willing to not lethally attack this dragon until we're sure that it's not the wife. But even that, I'm
Miraz, how are
iffy
you gonna
about.
do that? You're just gonna go up to the dragon and be like, hey, are you the wife?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've got 12% of a plan.
Since you are the only
I say
one who
one.
seems to speak Draconic, I believe you will have to walk up and ask the dragon if it's the wife.
I literally put my hands in my fucking face. I fucking hate all of you guys so much.
Oh,
Well, I'm
Fine.
already very
Bruce.
I
fond
will
of you.
do it.
I thought we were friends.
I didn't mean that, guys. I'm sorry. This is such a dumb fucking plan, but
You're,
sure.
you're under a lot of stress. We all understand.
We all are.
Alright, well, since we are going up into that direction anyway,
Nap time.
let's take our nap. Let's go down to Mornstead, because that was the original plan. I hope you all don't forget that we have a plan and we need to stick to a plan. We go down
also-
to Mornstead.
Zeus is making those dragons, right? We can all agree on that?
No.
We have no idea. Is Zeus even all
It's
that
a-
powerful?
It's a great
I don't
working
know.
theory, Ambrose. I think
Thank
that's
you,
likely.
Miraz.
and
Someone's on my back on ideas.
I
until
think
we have reason to prove or evidence to say otherwise, I think that we should assume that.
I think Pharaoh's just like finding his friends.
Zeus has been specifically working toward raising the monsters of old as
Precisely.
undead abominations. I did not
Well, I mean,
realize that his...
He didn't make the dragon that we freed. He was pretty much alive the whole time.
But Marcus speaks of undead dragons,
He
skeletal,
speaks
and...
rumors of undead dragons.
That's fair.
Every dragon
Also, did
that
like
we've seen
Zeus
has been
leave
alive.
often?
No, Christopher
Like
says.
Zeus would have had to go somewhere, right? It's not like all the
I mean, you could
dragons were
have
like
messengers.
magically in Northwatch. Yeah, but like if he's the one raising the dragon, he has to go to the
Pickles,
Yes,
when have you
I
ever
raised
seen a
the
king
dragon.
of a country or of a town go into another place to do his own specific duty? He has other people do it.
He has a network of supporters
people
and
powerful enough to
informants.
raise dragons.
I wouldn't
Well,
have
that
said
sucks.
so.
Didn't
I wouldn't
like,
have said so before now, but I also can't imagine him leaving Northwatch. Either way, I feel
Okay.
like it is a workable theory.
Dingle, what do you have to say?
I'm sorry. Let's not talk. Why are we talking about that guy again, Zeus? Well, I mean, focus on the task at hand, right? Because
Nap time.
Insight check.
Okay, go for it.
Why is Christopher... Is he just, like, traumatized from his time with Zeus, or is some shady nonsense happening?
All right, Chris, show him on the
Keen
dial
insight.
where he touched you again.
25.
There's nothing shady going on. He simply was about to continue and say, hey, didn't we promise that guy we would, go with him, now to go find his daughter?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll do this daughter business. We'll go figure out what's going on with this wife/dragon, and then we will go down to Mornstead. I suppose all the undead willy-nilly can wait until then.
I don't think that any of those theories are true about the wife.
What do you think, Christopher?
Oh, I mean, I wasn't trying to say you're wrong, or I wasn't trying to say that, you have bad ideas. I guess I was trying to just, you know what? I don't know. I'm sorry. I will shut up now. I thought I had an idea. but
Christopher,
I
you have
don't.
the floor. Speak.
Okay. He starts rubbing his palms on his...
I rolled my eyes when I said that too.
Pickle just gives him a thumbs up from way back in the room.
Well, I guess the wife could be the dragon, but I mean, doesn't really make sense. If she was, why would she just take the daughter? Why would she not take both of them? If the wife was the dragon, why not take both, Marcus?
Oh,
and
you sweet
the
boy.
daughter?
Not all marriages are happy.
True love prevails in the world of Christopher.
I think it's sweet, Christopher.
I mean, it just doesn't makes any sense.
I mean, Christopher does have a point.
Why not just eat him if she hated
If the
him?
mother was a dragon, Wouldn't she just be able to walk out the house with her daughter?
What if the daughter did not know they were half dragon?
I mean, you could just be like, hey, by the way, like, I feel like there's a better way than just ripping the whole entire roof off and taking the daughter out.
Well, some of us
I
love
don't.
the
I would do that if I was a dragon.
Alright, well, we won't know until
We
we
should
know,
sleep.
and we will only know when we ask the dragon themselves. Good night.
Ferric, did
And
you
Ferric.
share the bowl to everyone, or did you only share that with Adalia?
Oh, by the way, everyone, there is a stinky bowl, smelled like blood.
That's cool.
Lovely.
Yep. Do with that what you will. Does anybody know any blood rituals that involve dragons and stinky bowls and coins?
I mean, it
Which-
just adds to the equation that this is a very weird situation. That's
Some
Ambrose,
malevolent
night.
energy coming from that.
I laugh.
Good night, Pickles.
Good night.
Good night.
Cuddle party? No. All right.
Not with the little tiny dragon thing.
I'll cuddle with you, Pickles.
I want to sit outside of the barn and just chill by a tree for a bit.
I don't have any reason to think this, but I would say that Adalia's body runs extremely hot. Like, Carlos has not told me that's okay, but I'm gonna say it's like having like a heating pad in bed with you.
Well, I'm
Sure.
a cold-blooded creature, so that's pretty dope.
Hey everyone, Carlos here, and this episode is brought to you by Nine Heavens Press. They are a team of mostly Korean and Asian diaspora creators with experience in animation, games, and comics. And it shows. Their work is amazing. The art is beautiful. They drew from deep research and personal experience into Korean native mythology and shamanism, a 3,000-year-old religion, to build this unique adventure, Undying Corruption. Undying Corruption is a 400-page 5th edition adventure path book that takes place in a world based on Korean folklore and history. Take up the role of exorcist and uncover a frightful conspiracy at the heart of the country. I have a sneak peek at some gameplay to show you, and it sounds amazing. Check it out.
You see the captain staring off towards the direction of the treasure ship, and he's just murmuring,
Full steam ahead.
You and me, we can debate the perils and sins of imperialism and unfettered capitalism later, but I'm saying I don't want to get wrapped up in these soldiers raiding that ship.
it seems like a mass of tentacles were folded together to make the shape of a ship.
I am rightfully traumatized by what I'm seeing right now. I'm being grappled by this wonderful creature.
Well, everyone, roll initiative.
Whew. Sounds amazing and also somewhat terrifying. But head over to their Kickstarter and look them up in their amazing adventure. That's Nine Heavens Press, and Undying Corruption is their project. Again, Nine Heavens Press and Undying Corruption, their project. Thanks!
Ferric will end up, after like tossing and turning a little bit in bed, in the haystack, Ferric will kind of scale out the window and join Ambrose outside.
While you're walking towards Ambrose, you would notice him specifically holding something in his hand, and it's the symbol of Vespa. But the moment you get within 20 feet of him, you realize that there's absolutely no sound coming from around him. And
I think as soon as I enter the threshold of the soundless space, their ears would perk up.
Yeah, it's my silence spell that was queued as a ritual, and then I turn it off. Hey, Ferric, what's up?
Cannot sleep.
Me either. I feel like lately there's just been an actual nightmare. Always happening, you know?
Yeah, I know how you feel. Or at least I know a approximation of how you feel.
I just nod, slowly looking at Ferric.
I did not take you for the religious type.
Always have been. I'm not sure if I even told you about Mornstead, but literally born within the church, and literally spoke the word of Vespa until I left, so I usually don't do this anymore. It feels like a waste of time, but I don't know. Worth a feeling of hope, right? And I put it back in under my shirt.
Listen, speaking of talking to gods, I have something to share with you. and I need you to remain level-headed about it. There's nothing that we can do about it now, but there will be something that we need to do about it soon.
I
do
take a
not
deep
want
breath. Just give it to me.
Evangeline's soul has been split in two due to the prince.
And I just stare.
Where I come from, we learn about these types of fractures in one's soul. Something bad has perspired. And to fix such a thing, we need to recover the other half of the soul.
Evangeline's always getting in trouble, isn't she? It's just...
It seems like the trouble persists.
Oh, man.
Now,
everywhere I go, she is always causing problems. A tear runs down his face.
Now, I am saying this hoping that you will not run off into the dark to try to fix it right now, because if you do, you will probably be killed. Because I don't know about you, but I do not know how to kill a god. Not yet.
Varric, I can use a crossbow. Does it look like I've been praying to Vespa for literally 20 years of my life, and I can't even cast a light cantrip. There's literally nothing I can do right now. If you have such a wonderful experience talking to your god, and you can figure some way where I can kill this thing, I would love to know. But I have nothing.
We will get there. Together. And Ferric will put their talons on Ambrose's shoulder and give them a nod.
And then wipe my face a little bit. Thanks for letting me know. If you know anything, anyone that knows the prince, tell me.
We'll bag that motherfucker and all of his followers.
Yeah.
Ferric, I think, pulls Ambrose in and gives Ambrose a big hug.
I give him a tight hug too.
Don't forget to get some sleep. We'll need you sharp in the morning. Dragon killing or no dragon killing.
Yeah.
And Ferric will crawl back into the barn.
Does anything else happen during the night?
I'll try to keep watch, for the first round, make sure there's nothing going on, and then I'll probably just pass out if no one else is doing it.
Adalia can take the last watch. She only needs 6 hours.
Okay. Spunk!
Yep.
Spunkles is staring right at you.
I stare back.
Nothing happens. He's just staring right at you.
I blink one eyeball and then the other, and continue to stare back.
You see as these large yellow eyes try to blink one eyeball, try to do the same thing that you do. Unable to do so.
It's okay, you'll learn.
He seems to gesture at your armor.
Some guy gave it to me. Kind of drags behind me, it's really loud. But I got stabbed with a knife once and it didn't kill me, so...
Spunkles turns its head in confusion.
What?
It pukes out a rabbit haunch. Pushes it with his nose to you.
I'll pick it up and start gnawing on it.
It's got great after flavor. I don't know why anybody thinks dragons are evil. Spunkle's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
He looks at you and you feel a sense of happiness coming from him. Almost like a mood coming from... He's trying to convey the emotion to you through his mind as he stares into your eyes.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, maybe we can find you bigger food. Rabbits are pretty good, so are squirrels, but I want to feed you the horse, but they won't let me. Oh well, when you learn how to talk, then we could figure out all kinds of stuff. Or maybe we talk in brain links, that would be cool.
You just get the sense that he's trying to confirm that with you. His mind is pushing out towards yours.
Nice. Pickles will have to teach you how to fight, though, because, I have really small arms, and I don't really fight. I just make other things fight for me. I use magic, but I stole my magic, so you can't use that magic. You gotta learn it on your own or something.
Seems to be confused as to what you're trying to say.
I'll talk slower then. It's gonna be fine. Pickles will make you strong, and, I won't let you die, because, that's kind of what I do. So you're gonna be alright.
Burp. He burps.
Nice.
And then Spunk just falls backwards and is asleep.
Spunkles will go over and wrap his light dragon body around you, kind of
Is
like
he warm?
Oh, he's very warm.
Oh, yes.
Anything else before the day approaches?
Adalia will make coffee and tea.
I like to think Spunk doesn't scream as much.
Oh,
Some light terrors.
Light screaming.
light screaming.
Some distress.
Less aggressive distress in my sleep.
I was just gonna say, since Adalia is up for last watch, she'll make coffee and tea for everyone, even though it's nighttime, so that it's all ready when everyone wakes up.
As everyone takes their rest, when the moon is high, the night is still cold. You can hear the distant chirping, hissing of crickets, the sounds of a wolf howling, sometimes come in and out as the beautiful moon stretches its light over the vast lands. Those of you who are in the barn, and the person who was outside the barn would see that Marcus has come. He has changed into more of a traveling attire with 2 short swords and a long bow, or short bow, excuse me. He opens the barn door and with the lantern shining bright in your faces says, "All right, wake up. It's time to go."
All right.
Spunkles. Spunkles. Where's Spunkles?
Idalia, thank you for the coffee.
With Dad. Okay.
You are welcome. Marcus, would you like tea or coffee? I imagine it will be a very long night.
I'm good, thank you.
All right. Is everyone ready to go?
Christopher, wake up. I will gently and non-aggressively kick him.
What?
Hey, Christopher, it's time. We gotta go.
Time for what? What's going on again?
The dragon, remember? We gotta go find the wife or the dragon or whatever's going on there. At least the daughter. And I'll offer him a hand up.
I was wanting to talk to everyone about that. Is there a way is that is that optional?
It's mandatory. No.
It's are you sure
You
it's
gotta
mandatory?
Otherwise you fail your hero's test.
Oh, dude, I remember. Christopher, I got some new teachings for you. Listen to this one. This is a real good one, so listen close. Alright?
Okay.
A true hero measures himself by the things he can survive.
What?
Got it?
So if
write
I
that
survive, I don't have anything to write with.
I
guess
don't
I
know
have a
how to
spell
write,
book.
so-
I guess I can use that. But I don't
Yeah,
have
just
scribble
write
it
it
down
in the
in
back
your
of the
spell
spell book.
I don't have any ink or anything.
True hero, measures himself by what he can survive.
I'll remember that. Sure. So what if I just sit back and just try to live your experience through you, but not next to you. You know?
Is that
I'm
what
a
you
hero.
want?
You gotta
Let's
do it.
that.
You do it in front of me. Normally. In between me and whatever it is.
If you sit back, we're gonna find you a cobbler apprenticeship when we get to Mordstead.
I'll put my hand on Christopher's shoulder and just kind of squeeze and say, "I understand, Christopher."
He stops for a minute.
Want to stand aside and watch all of this unfold after everything you've seen?
No, I'm just kind of scared.
Of
I've been
course
having
you
some
are.
weird dreams, and
What sort of dreams?
well, it's not really super important. We should get going, right? The kids
Eric is
arrive.
gonna drop down on all fours and crawl over to Christopher.
Oh,
and
gosh.
grab Christopher's head.
That looks kind of like some of my nightmares.
Christopher.
Yeah.
It is very important that you tell us about the dreams.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Some believe that dreams are just the reflections of the spaces that we inhabit, right? You make bread, you will dream of making bread. You have fears about someone who may fancy you, you're going to have dreams about fears of someone that you fancy, right? But sometimes these dreams are not just dreams, Christopher. Sometimes they are portents. Now, if you are having strange dreams of you running around Mornstead without your pantaloons, that is something that we do not need to hear. If you are dreaming of gods, Christopher, if you are dreaming of deals, you must tell us.
Or of Zeus?
No, I that's all my dreams, because some of my dreams are not appropriate for everyone to hear.
Whoa.
Okay, I'll take that as a no.
I don't.
Okay, obviously that was a little too much information for everyone at the moment.
I do think this is kind of a walk and talk, Christopher. Ferric, I agree. We need to hear of these dreams, but time is of the essence, and I'm sure Marcus is ready for us to get on the road.
Really am.
Let's walk and share our dreams.
Let me go get dressed, and then I will join you all.
Christopher,
I need to change my pants a little. Sorry.
Okay.
Alright.
I
peed a little when he came at me. I'm sorry. He's
terrifying. I understand. I would, if he had done the same thing, I would have responded the same way. But come with us. We will discuss. I understand that you're afraid. I am too. We'll talk through it on the road.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, and I'll squeeze his shoulder again.
If you wear robes, you don't have to worry about peeing in your britches.
I guess that's true. I should wear robes.
Yo, can we hurry up?
Yeah,
With
let's
me
go
sitting
ahead
outside
and
of the barn.
Let's just get going. I mean, I don't know why y'all talk about all this, but we got about a few hours to get that.
Yeah,
it seems like
on the road.
Y'all talk a lot of nonsense, to be honest with you. But
crafting heroes is an important job, and it takes nuance. Okay.
Are we gonna take the cart and the horses? Are we walking?
Ferric slings their bag over their horses' haunches and mounts up. I'm not walking. And I'm certainly not leaving these horses here.
Yeah, I'm not walking either.
Watch where you're grabbing.
The cart
hey,
here. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt your mess over there, but you can leave the cart here. I'm assuming they came from the east, most likely, and just from looking at the tracks. And you're not going to have a cart go up that way without any trouble, so...
Oh, I forgot about the river.
Will the horses make the trail?
Horses should be fine.
I mean, we should take some horses just in case we need to escape. We can't outrun a dragon. That's for sure.
Horses can't outrun a dragon either, boy.
Yeah, he's probably right about that.
Especially not once it takes the,
We could leave the horses. Wait, I call the one over there that I forgot its name.
Cannoli?
Pound cake.
Pound cake. Cannoli, Jim, Bob, whatever.
Belgium.
Belgium was
There we
definitely one.
Belgium. Thank you, Miraz.
So we've got Strudel and Belgium and Cannoli, and then you renamed the fourth one, but I can't remember what you named it.
We don't remember either.
Nope.
Ferric just assumes that the horse's name is in horse, and they don't speak horse, and so they don't...
I actually know horse too as well. And I roll my eyes.
Strudel, hello, pet. Would you mind if I rode on you? I understand that this is not your normal form and all the rest of it, but someone must. Could it be me?
Flips his mane and just in approval.
Adalia's gonna hop up there like she would on any other horse.
Ferric is already like 300 yards away and just screams backwards, "You perverse beast!"
Strudel, do you think he was talking, or do you think they were talking to me? That seems very rude of them, don't you think?
Shakes his head.
They were definitely talking about you. Pickles is gonna just
continue on.
Put that out there.
Okay. So there are 4 horses, and there are a solid 8 of you. So Marcus will walk, and then Christopher will walk. Who else is taking the horses, and who else is walking?
I'll walk.
I'll definitely walk if it's nighttime.
Okay, so there's now 2 horses left, and anyone else taking a horse, or are you just gonna walk?
Spunk and I are on the same horse.
We have 3 horses taken. Strudel, Belgium, and a horse.
And a horse.
A horse.
And a horse.
A horse.
Okay. As you begin your travels, Marcus will take the lead. He'll put his face to the ground almost as he bends and he takes a knee. He'll look at the ground and he'll continue on. Going into forests and no certain trail. You go deeper as the night wind blows. This is no trail that people can take. The trees sway with the wind. Creatures howl and chirp and scurry in the night. Eventually it takes you a good amount of time, hours even, to ascend to the base of this large mountain that seems more and more less like a mountain and more like a construct as broken pillars start to become more frequent.
Marcus, before we get any closer, can you tell me what your wife's name was? I must have slept.
Julia. Was that not it?
No, that was my daughter's name. And do you remember the deal where we made where I would pay you 500 gold not to ask any questions?
It was 5,000.
5,000 gold, yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know names were included
500
as well.
extra if we didn't ask questions.
Yeah, no questions.
Yeah, thanks.
I apologize.
As you go up the hill, you see that the structures become more frequent. The ruin and rubble of this place indicates that however many years ago, there was some great building here. Old as it may be, you get no sense that this is a dead place, even though there are rotting trees and vines that spike along the way. This is somewhere that nature has taken hold, and it is good. There's nothing evil here on the outside, it seems. Marcus will take you all the way up to basically where the mountain kind of plateaus in a flat space, and you'll see in front of you a large entryway. The entryway is more than 20 feet high. These large pillars dot on both sides, and he'll turn around after looking at the entryway for a good amount of time and says, "So, this is it, I'm assuming. Like, based on tracks, these things came through here."
Do we want to be sneaky, or are we going in guns blazing, so to speak?
We are going to ask.
I think stealth is probably the best option.
Until we know more, I agree.
All right. And are we leaving the horses, I assume?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay. So Dahlia will hop down off Strudel and give him a little pat on the face. Stay here. And then she will let energy surge through her tattoos and take one of her crystalline forms. And Carlos, we have never actually done this in-game yet, but I do have crystalline infusion. So just to clarify that mechanic, if I take a 4th level crystalline shape, I can also take a 2nd level, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. So, I'm going to take a 4th level thunder crystal shape so that all my movement is doubled. But for my 2nd level, I'm going to use an action to use the darkness crystal so that I can pass without a trace without using a spell slot. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Do you see all of these colors whoosh through her tattoos and pass without a trace on everyone, including Marcus, not including the horses. So you have a plus 10.
Thank you.
Nice.
Awesome. Thanks.
Okay. We all ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, I want to prepare you for possibly unsettling news.
All right.
It may be that your daughter, or if your wife is here, that they may not want to go back with you. Are you prepared for that possibility?
Not really following you. You're saying that my daughter, possibly my wife, would like to stay with a man-eating evil dragon. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Shakes his head. All right. Well, maybe that's a good theory. Put that one on the books. Any other bright ideas? Things we gotta say? Any more secrets to get out?
Just don't swing wildly.
I never really swing, to be honest. But
Damn it, do you think this is the time for sexy jokes?
Shakes his head again. Yeah.
God.
Okay. Alright,
Humans and their sexy jokes all the time.
Not making
And
it
Varric,
right.
turns around and storms off into the cave.
As you
stealthily.
go into the cave.
Don't get more than
Stealthily
30 feet
storms.
ahead, please.
I walk to my 30-foot leash and then stand there.
Everyone go ahead and make stealth checks. Oh,
I'll do the
go ahead,
same.
Spunk.
Before we enter, Spunk will walk by Ambrose and crack his shin with his little mace hammer. And
Good looking there, buddy.
You got some guidance on me?
nope, Spunk's bond.
Ooh, what is this?
The spell's ward, a willing creature you touch creates a mystic connection between you, the target, until spins in. While the target is within 60 feet of you, it gains a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, has resistance to all damage. Also, each time it takes damage, I take the same amount of damage. The spell ends if I drop to 0, or if the target becomes separated more than 60 feet.
Damn, thank you so much. That would be really
Nice.
helpful. I nod and rub my shin, but I notice there's a mark on your shin too.
Y'all are some weird ass motherfucking people. I'll tell you that
A
now.
37.
Ooh,
Yep.
that is a nat 20 for Adalia for a 36.
31 for my stealth.
19.
31 for Ferric as well.
That's a 20, Spunk.
You were more
Nope,
stealthy.
I wear heavy
than Pickles.
armor.
But you have +10
But you have
because
+10.
of your
That's 20!
pass without trace.
And honestly, how heavy is Spunk's armor in reality?
Yeah, it's gotta be so light. He's so small.
It's heavy to me! It's heavy to me!
So, as most of you have done well,
It's basically like a chainmail glove.
Right.
what are those things that they put over their heads when they wore armor with chainmail? Hauberk? It's
called a coif.
Hauberk, that's
Coif?
coif.
Thank you.
Coif.
and it's my
That's-
entire
it's just-
body and drags behind me.
Just a coif. You see Christopher doing his best to be sneaky, and he's almost doing like the Scooby-Doo, like big tiptoes, like old cartoon style. It's very comical. Marcus seems to be easily able to stealth his movements. Christopher says, "Am I doing this right?
No, you're not.
You're so bad at this.
It's my second time being sneaky in my life.
Walk normal. What is that?
Don't know. I read it in a book somewhere. This is
It's
how
like
you
you're
do it.
purposely stepping on every single stick. Like, I don't... How
There's
are
a lot
you
of
doing
sticks around
this?
here. I don't know. But you have enough as a group to enter the cave successfully, stealthily. Unfortunately, some of you, as Christopher just continues to do his stealth movements. You enter the cave, and as you enter the cave, the smell of dirt and the smell of moist earth permeates your nostrils as you would know you have entered into a place underground that sees not a lot of sunlight. You continue down this tunnel. It's dark, long. The ceiling raises high above you, ominously. As the more you go down into this tunnel, the more the wet ground beneath your feet starts to harden, and instead of ground, you feel stone. And as you look up and around, the earth molds itself into more rockwork. You have become less in a cave and more into some sort of structure. Marcus turns around. And he says, "This is pretty unusual to be here. This is an old temple back in the day. Didn't think anything was here. We best be
A temple
careful."
to whom, if I may ask?
Ferric puts their finger to Adalia's mouth. No questions.
I'm
But
sorry.
if our guest would be so kind to actually explain to us what kind of temple freely, that will not cost us anything.
Of course.
Will
I'm
it,
sorry.
Marcus?
Varric, no
Marcus.
questions.
Damn it!
Marcus shakes
My
his head.
apologies, Marcus.
I don't really know what god or what person or being this temple was, as memory escapes me. But
as someone who is polytheistic, and as we kind of climbed up the mountain, seeing the kind of like mixture of all the like death but very like living things, could I try to divine what temple this would be?
Sure. Go ahead and make a religion check.
Religion.
Guidance.
Go ahead.
With
and grab the
guidance
there.
+3, so 17.
Nice.
17. You think with the guidance from Spunk, you rack your brain trying to figure out if there's any gods with temples, there's any important peoples, holy people with temples in this area, and nothing seems to come to your mind except one. Not so much a god, not so much a higher deity, but a greater being, if you will, a patron of sorts for those more interested in the occult, specifically the dragon occult. And rumors and whispers in your mind may be a little help. You think of the otherworldly patron known as the dragon, and that name sticks in your mind for some reason.
Okay.
So, should we keep going?
Yeah, I think I would press my hand to some of the carvings along the wall and, brush some moss off of them, brush some slime mold away, and relay to the group that this is a temple of the dragon.
Like the dragon?
Great.
Or the dragon?
I am unfamiliar.
It is a powerful being, a being of power, much like the prince, or the fool, or the witch, but it is the dragon. Simply known the dragon.
Interesting. Well, let's get going, I guess. They'll turn around. You go down this tunnel for what seems to be an hour, it seems like. You don't really go down, you don't really go up, but time seems to escape, and as you finally get to the end, there really is no source of light here, so, whoever doesn't have dark vision right now, unless someone lights up something, can't really see. But those with dark vision would see a dead end. And all you see on this dead end is a beautiful, intricate mural with what seems to be soldiers lining up, moving towards a great battle, and on the other side, dragons, dragonlings, and various armed people with what looks like dragon armor colliding. And you see there are 2 boxes, basically, or squares, that have a beautiful S in one side, a beautiful A on the other side, what looks to be like an A, and then you have a picture of a singular dragon. It seems to be missing. This dragon, basically, it's almost like something has been taken from insert, and that's what you see.
I look at Marcus. You have an idea?
Not a clue, but could be some sort of trap door or some sort of puzzle we gotta get through to get through the next side. Anybody got anything to try to move the door?
I'm starting to ritual cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Ambrose, is there anything in Draconic that you can make out?
DM, is there anything?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Sure. That is a 23.
Nice.
Thanks. As you look and you study this dead end wall, this mural, you see that the soldiers they have weapons, and they're pointing the weapons towards the sky. And as you look at the 23 more closely, you almost see as if one side is pointing towards each individual letter. The side of the normal soldiers that look like humans, even some soldiers you would see today, pointing towards the A, and the dragons and the Draconic warriors pointing towards the S, but all of them kind of coalescing and focusing on this missing, indented, what looks to be a dragon missing item, or at least maybe a key of some sort.
Ferric is going to yawn and walk up to the end of the wall and cast Knock.
Oh no.
Well, the wall does not respond to the knock.
Oh no.
Been thwarted.
Oh no, this has never happened.
Was this your big move?
Did something happen?
It's literally his signature move.
I can't see anything. What's going
It's
on?
his signature, Ferric. It's
found it.
Cast
I
knock
guess it
yet,
was my
Ferric?
signature either.
Ferric, did you
hold on a
cast knock yet?
Yes, I just cast knock. Nothing happened.
Oh, do it again.
Pickles and Spunk, I have a crazy idea.
Yeah.
Would your son be willing to crawl into that little recess that looks like he would fit perfectly into?
What?
What if he gets
Just
hurt?
for a moment. No, I don't. I legitimately don't have any reason to think that he would get hurt. I would.
Hold on, just a moment.
As much as I don't
please.
trust him, I would feel bad if he did get hurt.
Let's wait until anyone crawls into anything at all, until I'm
Okay.
done casting this spell.
Okay, certainly.
There seems to be no magic here.
Nothing?
Not around you, no.
Okay.
Not within, 60 feet?
It's, yeah, within 30 feet of me, so in a
30 feet.
60 foot.
Nothing within 30 feet of you.
Can I investigate for, a keyhole or something? Actually, I suppose before I do that, would anyone mind if I, light a torch so that we can all see instead of just those of you with dark vision?
Oh,
I did not.
I think it'd be okay.
Oh, thank you, Spunk.
Spunk lights up like a fucking candle.
I do think it's better to stay in the dark when possible, but right now I don't feel that we're in immediate danger of being attacked. Now that that's done, I'd like to check and see if I can find a keyhole anywhere on this. Or any sort of mechanism to open.
Sure, make an investigation check.
That's a 12.
There doesn't seem to be any sort of keyhole anywhere on this door. Spunkles is out of the hood now, and he just looks around. He has one dragon tongue. It licks his eyeball awkwardly. He's trying
did
to...
it. Bunkles, do you want to go in the hall?
And he'll hop off of your shoulder. He'll kind of slither, almost like Mushu and Mulan would do, if you remember that movie. And he'll just kind of hop on to the empty indent. He'll look at it, and he'll just kind of make the same pose for a second, and just kind of fall into it.
He's so smart.
I
Smarter than
do
you are.
have to admit that's pretty cute.
Yeah, see, you're gonna like him.
We'll see.
Nothing
did
seems to
happen.
happen, though.
Right. How high up? Like, can we reach all these things? Can I reach
yeah,
all
I mean,
these things?
they're. I don't know if you can specifically reach up the two boxes, one on the left, one on the right, squares, I should say. They're about 8 feet off the ground there, and then the dragon-like picture is only like 5 or 4 foot off the ground. I think that maybe if I might know something that I could find out something about this door, maybe.
I was just gonna try to press a button, but okay.
Okay, well,
Whatever would help.
if you just kind of go over here and you just put my hand on, the thing, and then you just kind of try to search around. Christopher sticks his hand inside the indent, and as Christopher puts his hand on the dragon, empty, indented shape, light seems to spark from his hands, and you just begin to see a crystalline dragon form, like almost like a piece of jewelry or a large crystal statue, and he just puts it in, and he backs up and says, "I don't know how the hell I did that."
Did you just create a crystal?
Christopher, I have questions.
I have a lot of questions too! As the crystalline dragon is set, the floor from under you pops open, and all of you fall down.
I cast Featherfall.
Oh, I was about to
Oh, you
cast
beat me to
Featherfall,
it.
too.
I was about to do that.
Okay. Well, everyone, as you cast Featherfall, we'll find out what happens next week. Put a note on that for next time. That there's 20 Featherfalls. But yeah, well, there you go. Mysteries abound. Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Power Fail. If you like what you hear, go ahead and find us on all of the socials. We are on Twitter, powered_fail, and we are on Facebook. Go ahead and look us there, the gram, wherever you get your socials. We would appreciate just the follow, the like, everything is we're super grateful for everything that, all the love we get. Also, too, if you are listening to this, wherever you listen to Spodcast, if you're listening to this on wherever you're listening to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, go ahead and leave us a review. Go ahead to some stars. We love the love. Thank you so much for listening in. Also, too, if you are a fan of the show and would love to support the show, go ahead and head on to the Homebrew Patreon, where you can go ahead and get some great goodies for as little as $2. We'll get you some great, sweet stuff, and we always appreciate that so much. Well, hey, let's see what happens next week. And listener, you are loved, you're important, and you matter. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Power Fail. See you next time. Bye-bye.